Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Brandon of Team DC5. Sorry I haven't been making videos about my decks and everything and updating them. I think it's been about almost 2 months since I made a deck profile video. But anyways, this is my scrap deck profile, updated. I will be selling this deck and some of the synchros with it. Just hit me up with offers and everything. I want cards on my wants list below, only priority. I will not take mid wants and everything, and money is always a priority, of course. But yeah, this is kind of like a budget build because I'm not getting rid of warnings that I have. So yeah, this is my scrap deck. I will show you guys. I will explain the cards and why I chose them and why I run them, my text and everything. So yeah, Scrap Searcher, level 1, easily brought out with 1 for 1. This guy is just a really good tech card that some scrap players play with. You can use it as a lightning vortex and everything. You can use it with the Synchro. Very, very versatile card. That's all I can say. Scrap Worm. I think this is probably the first time you guys even see a Scrap Worm in some guy's scrap deck. And you guys are like, what the heck is this? Well, Scrap Worm is exactly like Scrap Goblin and Scrap Beast, except he's a level 2 tuner, and he has the effect that pluses off from the graveyard. So, yeah, I will explain further on when I come to Scrap Goblin. I'm only running 2 Scrap Goblins because I'm running a Scrap Worm. I figured that if I have more different level tuners, I can get more versatile synchro monsters. So this way I run 2, and he's a pretty good stall wall too. So you can't go wrong with the Scrap Goblin. He searches from the graveyard too, or recruits from the graveyard, whatever. Scrap Beast, he same thing as Scrap Goblin and Scrap Worm. When he's destroyed by a scrap card effect, you can add a scrap monster from your graveyard to your hand. So it's kind of like a plus card, and plus you get level 8s and level 9s easily with this guy, with my deck. Scrap Chimera, very needed card in this deck. You'd be very, 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 very stupid not to run 3, because Scrap Chimera makes it so easy for you to make Scrap Dragon. Sure, he has the downside of not being able to make any synchro monster except for scrap monsters, but still, 28 beater with this guy, you can't go wrong. Scrap Golem, I'm running 2. I like running 2. You can run 1, you can cut it down to 1, but I honestly think that you should run it at 2 because you can special summon with this guy so easily and bring him out so easily, and he will get bottomless, he will get removed from play, so you must have a second one in case. So yeah, plus some people side this card anyways. You might as well keep it in the main deck because you can have more room in your side deck, and it's just a lot more better because you're going to be playing a lot of different decks in tournaments. So you're going to want more variety in your side deck than in your main deck. Or you can have in both. Scrap Breaker, Cyber Dragon stats, except level 6. When he's special summoned, you have to blow up a scrap monster on the field. So basically, if you special summon him on the field, you're basically just blowing himself up, and you don't get any plus off him. But basically, what your main point of him is, when you have a beast out in the field, the Scrap Worm on the field, the Scrap Goblin on the field, and you special summon him, you blow up that beast, worm, or goblin, and then you add Chimera to your hand, and then you normal summon Chimera, and then you synchro for a Scrap Dragon. But yeah, he can be used as synchro material, like making a Scrap Twin, making a Scrap Dragon with Scrap Worm, and possibly making a Scrap Atomic Dragon, or Atomic Scrap Dragon. But you have to do so much things with him to bring out Atomic Scrap Dragon. But Atomic Scrap Dragon isn't a card that you really need to bring out anyways. He's more like a side deck synchro monster. So yeah. For the non-scrap monsters, one Level Eater. Level Eater is very good card. You just keep using him for destroy fodder and keep using those scrap dragons effect on this guy and everything. Card Trooper. Bringing this card back to 2 really helped this deck out because you kind of want some of your tuners in the graveyard and you like selective milling. When you run Rai-Ohs in this deck, it doesn't run that well because you have random milling and everything. You don't control what you're milling and everything, so it's not that good. But Card Trooper, you get pluses off of him when he's destroyed. You can blow him up with a scrap effect, and then you get to draw a card. Very, very, very good card. I like the Tricky. Some people don't because of hand control. The Tricky kind of has that edge on you, but then you kind of want your Synchros and your tuners in your graveyard. When you have tuners in your graveyard that are dead and this guy's in your hand, you can ditch those tuners and special summon him and make your non-tuner monsters that weren't alive for your scrap Chimera plates. You can ditch your tuner, special summon him, summon Chimera, and then you can make a scrap dragon, all that other good stuff. You might be like, what the hell? Why is he running Baboon in his main deck? But I like Baboon. Scrap Beast and Scrap Chimera will be destroyed in the deck for sure, and he can come out just by paying 1,000 and have a 26 beater on the field and just keep attacking and poking. I won a quick draw with this guy. He blew up my Scrap Beast and I brought out this guy, and then he was about to go Black Rose. I Book of Moon to his glow up bulb, and then next turn I mind controlled Synchro for Stardust, and bam, you win. Anyways, for the spells, Scrap Storm, very needed card in this deck. Speeds up the deck, dumps your cards from your deck to your graveyard. This is a Gemini Spark of the deck, except you destroy your own scrap monster. You send one scrap monster from your deck to the graveyard, and you draw a card. You can plus off of this card by blowing up your Scrap Worm, Scrap Goblin, or Scrap Beast. When you blow up them, you get to add a card from your graveyard to your hand. So basically what you want to do is blow up your Scrap Worm, Scrap Beast, or Scrap Goblin, and then send your Scrap Chimera to your grave, and then add it to your hand and draw a card. That way you get your combos coming out faster. It's 2 Scrapyards. Scrapyard brings your tuners that you don't have in your graveyard to your hand. Well, that's what I usually do, because when you already have some tuners that you have in the graveyard that are needed for the deck, it's good, and it thins out your deck too. It recruits your scrap monsters. So basically, this card makes it so you have a monster to ditch out instead of a spell or trap card for the Tricky, and you can 1-for-1 with that tuner. MST, I'm only running 1, you can run 2, but I like 1 because you're going to blow up stuff anyways and returning stuff. And you can just plus off this card all day, but siding this card is very essential for the second one. Dark Hole, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Giant Trunade, staple. Book of Moon, staple. Rex plays. Foolish Burial, send your stuff you don't have in your graveyard to the graveyard. 1-for-1, bringing out your Lovely Eater and your Scrap Searcher quickly. Mind Control, you're running 6 tuners. Take advantage of it. Also, with Mind Control, you can take control of their monster, blow up their monster, and blow up another monster. It's just awesome. Bottomless. The trap lineup is kind of like budgeted because I don't have warnings I can give out or give away because I only have 1. I will be getting the second one soon. But yeah, Bottomless. Compulsory. It's a chainable card, very good card. It replaces your Book of Moon and your Solemn Warning. Pretty soon, priority will be taken away. So compulsory. You better pick up your copies. Probably going to shoot up soon, just like Bottomless. Call the Haunted, special summon your Golem, special summon your Beasts and Goblins, Synchro, do your thing. Torrential, and Mirror Force. Sorry, I'm kind of speeding up right here because I am running out of time because of my batteries. Atomic Scrap Dragon, there's 16 extra deck monsters in here. This guy will be included in the deck for sale. Atomic Scrap Twin, 1 Ultra, 1 Ultimate. Boss monster of the deck, 3 Scrap Dragons. 2 of them will be for trade. These 2, or these 2, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm keeping 1 Ultimate for myself for trade. So that's 5 Synchros total right now. But yeah, Stardust Dragon, not for trade. Not for trade. Not for trade. Not for trade. I want more of these. So PM me if you guys got any. Scrap Archfiend, this guy is for trade. Brionac. Naturia Barkion. Naturia Beast. And Ally of Justice Catastor. I have one in my binder too, so if you guys want some, PM me. So I have extra of these and different rarities, whatever, something like that. So PM me if you guys got any offers. Here is what I will be selling with the deck for a quick recap. Scrap Archfiend, Scrap Dragon, Scrap Dragon, Scrap Twin, and Atomic Scrap Dragon. That's it for you guys, YouTube. I will have a Dragunity deck profile up soon and a Gladiator Beast deck profile up soon. I love Gladiator Beast. I'm just trying to pick up Forbidden Lances and I should be done with the deck. I hate Prisma Glads, so yeah. Anyways, that's it. Subscribe, like this video, and tell your friends. Team DC5 signing off. Peace out.